What's up, Samir Azizi?
Hey, Tom Loeffler, how's it going?
Good. Do you want to do this in English or Russian?
Let's do it in German.
We
Sprachen
could
Sie
do,
Deutsch?
we could do German. Yeah, that's fine. We need to grow your fan base in German-speaking countries.
That's for sure in the Western European countries.
Hmm.
So how's it going? I know that you're pretty busy right now with so many fights, going on.
We're doing a small invite-only
Clubhouse.
media, no, not Clubhouse, media for Bohachuk and Bрэндон Адамс and Fernando Vargas Jr. tomorrow.
That's so cool. Yeah, you've mentioned it's in Malibu, you said, right?
Yeah, I can't disclose the location because then a lot of other uninvited media might come in, but
Oh, right. So
no, it'll be nice to get the footage, the video footage of them training and photos of them together. This is a great fight between Bohachuk and Bрэндон Адамс.
no,
Really,
absolutely. I'm so excited for the fight. It's such a great matchup.
yeah, a lot of fans are looking forward to it. Adams, won the contender. He went 12 rounds with Charlo in a very competitive fight at 160. Now he's dropping down to 154. You had said there were some questions if it was a catchweight or not, but Adams actually wanted to fight at 154 because feels he's stronger at 154, and the way he looked in his last fight, he looked very strong. So Bohachuk has his work definitely cut out for him. He's going to be defending his WBC Continental Americas title, and you actually have two top 10 rated guys fighting each other, which is really rare.
Yeah.
These days, unless it's on one of the huge shows. So we're happy that we were able to put this together on the Ring City platform on NBC Sports.
And what's unusual about the fight is that it's happening in such an unusual place for a mainstream, fight like this in Puerto-Rico, which is actually very.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can share maybe something about, the logistics of that, if there's like anything special in terms of procedures and like what's happening in general and how's it different from like the usual locations?
Well, I know that they're working with Miguel Cotto Promotions locally there. That's one of the big reasons to go to Puerto Rico. It's kind of odd. That fight was supposed to happen here in LA at Wildcard gym, at Freddie's gym. And both fighters, Serhii trains here in LA with Manny Robles. Bрэндон Адамс lives in LA and trains in LA, so that was a natural. Now they're both flying to Puerto Rico to fight in Puerto Rico, but that's the fight game. You fight wherever you need to fight. Bohachuk went down to Mexico last time and fought a really tough Mexican, Davila, and he's one of those. I think he's going to be kind of following in Triple G's footsteps as far as fighting all over the world. Triple G, he fought in England, he fought in when we were over in Panama, he fought in Monte Carlo. Naturally, he fought in Kazakhstan, Germany a number of times when he started his pro career. So yeah, I think Bohachuk's going to have the same mentality of just fighting wherever the best opportunities present themselves.
And in my interviews with Bohachuk, speaking of Kazakhstan, he mentioned that he went to Kazakhstan many times during his amateur career to fight there in different championships as well. So that's pretty interesting. But what I'm noticing in Bohachuk's like Twitter, responses, people are responding to him, and a lot of them are actually from UK, and a lot of them are actually inviting him to go to UK, and he actually said thanks to his fans as well. So there's some sort of a United Kingdom traction happening with Bohachuk, which is kind of unexpected, but it's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, look, the UK has a huge fan base. When Triple G fought there against Kell Brook, his first fight over there, he sold out the O2 Arena in London. And that was a huge reaction. The UK fans are very passionate, very loud, very supportive of boxing, and I could easily see Bohachuk fighting over there and potentially going back to his home country of Ukraine and potentially fighting over there. I see Mr. Dr. Buck joined us from Germany, so it's good to see him on the Instagram Live.
It's your German gang. Speaking of which, when do you think you're gonna go back to Germany? With all these restrictions, do you feel like you're visited sometime in summer?
Yeah, maybe April, just depending on everything goes, or the summertime. I might be able to get a visa exception for business to go over there, but if not in April, then definitely try to shoot for the summertime.
Yeah, I saw Mike Styles posted pictures with Christina Hammer.
Oh yeah.
anniversary to hear like certain of your fights, you know, like those like 2 years ago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So it kind of brought back a lot of memories of those fights. That was awesome.
Yeah, we did a lot of fights over there. All the Klitschko fights. You know, K2 promoted all the Klitschko fights all over the world, and in Germany it was some of the biggest fights ever in those large 50, 60,000 seat soccer stadiums. And don't forget, I see Fernando Vargas Jr. just joined. Don't forget, Fernando Vargas Jr. is going to be on that Ring City show in Puerto Rico.
Oh man,
March 4th. That'll be his second professional fight. And, you know, his father has a big history with the Puerto Rican fans fighting Felix Trinidad. So we're looking forward to having Fernando Jr. Fighting over there in Puerto Rico.
I look forward to that fight as well. I mean, such a great prospect, such a great fighter, you know, like a really like looking forward to see what else he got. You know, I want him to show, you know, us what he really can do, because I feel like there's a lot. So yeah, definitely excited for that fight, Ryan.
And your man Raleigh Scalia is on also. You see, look at all of your fans.
I know it's all mine, none of yours.
Ryan's one of the most knowledgeable boxing people that I know, that I've dealt with, and so
everyone has such high praises about him, and for good reason.
And Bernie Barmacell just got hired by Ring City to do publicity. I don't know if you knew that or not, but that's a good move for Ring City.
Oh, that's definitely a good catch. That's for sure.
Good.
That's so cool. So you've been to Serhii's gym recently. Can you share some of your observations? What do you think about his training? Like, how's he looking? And is there anything different after his recent trip to Ukraine? Like, what do you see in him right now?
You know, it's interesting. I actually had that conversation yesterday with Manny, and I asked him if there was any lingering effects from the COVID. You never know how it hits people, and you know, it was widely known that we had to postpone the first fight, the original date, because he unfortunately tested positive. He was actually sparring with Castaño is fighting tomorrow against Teixeira. That's a good fight, Castaño and Teixeira. But Manny said he has absolutely no effects. He's 100%. He's very hungry, very focused, very motivated for this fight, as he should be. He's only 25 years old. But I think you're going to see a lot of fireworks. He's 18-0 with 18 knockouts. Bрэндон Адамс, you saw in his last fight, he came forward. He was throwing a lot of punches. So I think this is going to be one of those terrific style matchups. And Serhii's never in a boring fight anyway. Mm-hmm. But with Adams, with him throwing a lot of punches, I think the fans are going to be in for a real treat on March 4th.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bрэндон Адамс is in such a great shape, and in his last fight, you know, it was like such a tremendous knockout against his Doverson.
Right.
That was pretty awesome. Like, it's he looks, you know, in great shape. So a lot of, like, I speak to a lot of people, and you know, boxing insiders, everyone says that this matchup is no joke. Like, this is a real test. This is a real step up for Serhii. And, you know, everyone's looking forward to see what's going to happen. But, yeah.
There's a few other fights that we can talk about. So that's March 4th. March 5th, Rafael Simonian, who actually, congratulations to him, he just got his O1 visa. He's trained by Abel Sanchez. He's light heavyweight, 9-0 with 8 knockouts. So everyone keep your eye on Rafael Simonian. So he's going to fight March 5th in Florida. Then one of your favorite fighters, Ali Akhmedov. He looks like he's going to fight a week later in Florida, March 12th in Florida. And both of those will be on the Telemundo shows.
That's awesome.
And then it's going to be, after that, it's going to be, and then naturally Cecilia Brækhus, March 13th on the great show with Chocolatito and Estrada. So Cecilia really wants to get those titles back. She had so many title defenses. So she'll be fighting March 13th. That's on the Zone from Dallas, Texas on the Matchroom show. And then, not to be outdone, Brian Ceballo is going to be fighting, looks like, this hasn't been officially announced yet, but it looks like probably March 25. He'll be fighting on another Ring City show. So we're excited to have Brian back in the ring. He had a nice performance on NBC Sports in December, and we're excited to have him back in the ring as well. So March is going to be a busy month for a lot of the people I'm involved with. And like I said, Fernando Jr., and then his brother Amado is actually going to be fighting in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. So lot of fights in March for the people I'm involved with.
Yeah, March is going to be a packed month. I mean, have you heard, by the way, about the fight that's going to happen tomorrow, Jojo Diaz?
I heard he came in heavy. He came in heavy, lost his IBF title, and just to be clear, Ali Akhmedov is with Triple G Promotions. I really see a big future for Ali. Unfortunately, he didn't win that last fight. Very unconventional style against Gongora. Big congratulations to Gongora, but I really think Ali's going to come back. He trains with Jonathan Banks. I think Ali's going to come back and capture a world title. I mean, he's a very talented fighter from your home country in Kazakhstan.
Even from my city. We're both from Almaty.
From your city, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to like watching all these fights and probably like calling those fights as well on my channel on YouTube. So
I see Nancy 505 from the WBC, Nancy Rodriguez. She joined.
505 going.
Yeah, she'll be there tomorrow. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something else. Like I'm trying to get you on Clubhouse, Tom, and for some reason you're a little worried about that. I don't know why, because I already like joined some boxing groups, and there are already some people like really talking about that. Even the WBC representatives are on it. So I don't know. What's
okay? All right, we'll have to do that then. We'll have to check it out.
All right. So like, next time I'll get the invitation. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
How's the situation in Los Angeles right now?
You know, I got to say, the people are in a much better mood. Everything's opening up. The restaurants now are able to have outdoor dining. I never really figured out, you know, not anything to do with politics. I never figured out why they closed the outdoor dining. It seems like it was always safe. They never could track any positive cases or transmission to outdoor dining, and it really hurt a lot of businesses. But with that being said, it's great that the restaurants are able to be open now. The workers able to go back to work with a lot of the restaurant businesses. Gold's Gym, a lot of the gyms opened up again. Gold's has one of the biggest, if not the biggest, outdoor training facilities in both the front and back parking lots. So Gold's Venice, if you're ever in the area, or if anyone's near the area, go check that out. That's a great, safe place to train with their outdoor training.
That would be so cool. It's probably been exactly a year since I worked out at the gym last time. Like they closed like a gym in my building, and it's forever closed now. I don't know.
Well, during that whole time, your avocado plant is getting bigger though, so you got something to.
Right now it's just so far away, but it is pretty big right now. But I have to take my word for it. But yeah, awesome. Well, Tom, thank you so much for joining and
good to talk to you, Samir.
Yeah, on the updates and everything. So. I'll definitely post this video on my channel as well.
And you'll see a lot of footage tomorrow from Bohachuk, from Bрэндона Адамса, from Fernando Vargas Jr.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be great publicity for this fight.
That's awesome.
Show. Okay, yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.